I wanted to briefly address Ordinance 1311. I'm a little concerned about it. I sort of understand why it, in concept, exists. I mean, you can't have anarchy. I certainly understand that. But I believe that it is you guys' responsibility to make sure that a slippery slope doesn't occur here where the council president is so controlling of what happens in the meeting and what the public says and how they say it, that our voice is no longer heard. You guys represent our voices, and having what I feel is possibly a knee-jerk reaction to one meeting, I really think is probably a little out of line, and I think you would be well served and well looked upon by just totally disregarding this 1311.
Include a code of conduct, not just for the public attending, but for those of you that are seated before me. It should include each and every one of you, along with the borough management employees as well. That should include, but not limited to, what is published in the Middletown Matter. I'd like for you folks to really take a hard look at the professionalism. If you're going to point your fingers towards the public, then you need to do a little bit of housekeeping also.
Pushed us to the point of having to fight for our rights, having to fight to be heard, and we don't want that, and you don't want that, obviously, or you wouldn't be considering this ordinance.
I feel like if somebody has something urgent, or, I mean, they just want to talk about anything, I think that they should be allowed to. That's their right.
So this isn't the first time this was brought up. It was brought up in the year 2011 in June and July. Again, that was an election year. And I'm not going to read who was on council. People can find out for themselves.
This is perfect. This is, you know, you can come up here and you can make your point, but nobody needs to slam anybody. I do not go along with that.
Meeting, I think, is a clear indication of how we all can conduct ourselves with respect and decorum without the need for one person to have control of the meeting. That ordinance gives all the power to one person, and it's absurd. But I think both sides, A and B, did it tonight, and you don't have the code of conduct in place. So if we can do it without the code of conduct, why pay the solicitor to waste money for something that we can accomplish being civil human beings?